But I guess for now I'll just be that guy from New Jersey. Yeah, I'm slaving away, I'm craving to say any fuck.
What is up, guys? It is Robert of Movies With Me, and welcome to the Shazam movie review. Now, this movie review will have no spoilers, but this movie is directed by David F. Sandberg and it stars Zachary Levi and Asher Angel. It's a pretty cool name, yo. I'm not gonna lie, it's like a superhero name within itself. So, I was pretty excited for Shazam because a lot of people do say that DC doesn't have a great track record. I don't agree. I actually really like the DC movies. I think they're pretty damn good. Some of them are actually fantastic. I love Man of Steel. I love Wonder Woman. And that's kind of all I love, actually. But the other ones are still really damn good. Even like some ones that people hate, I think they're still enjoyable in a way. Shazam, though, is actually, and this is going to be super controversial, I think, for most people, is actually probably my least favorite DC movie for a few reasons. So, Shazam, when it starts out, again, no spoilers, it starts out kind of slow. It trying to give the villain some backstory, and it works to a certain extent. But as the movie kind of goes on, the villain really is pretty generic. There's nothing to the villain itself, he's a great actor, don't get me wrong, but like he is a character, there's nothing too crazy about it. When I first saw him, I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be cool. And then he kind of just falls off pretty fast and becomes a pretty generic, alright villain as another superhero villain. And for that, I could kind of give a pass for some points, but I think especially in this movie specifically, the villain needed to carry it because the main character, Shazam, also isn't that great to me. I know, don't crucify me. Some people love him. And I think, again, when I first saw Shazam, I thought he was a cool character. But as the movie went on, he just felt like this quippy guy with a generic looking suit. And I know people are going to say, no, that's not generic, that's Shazam. And it's hard to describe because to me, it's like, you see this guy, and I think this costume kind of sucks. Like it honestly is just this big red suit, and there's nothing really to him. It doesn't feel like there's anything that really stands out for Shazam other than the fact that he's a funny guy. We know another guy in a red suit that's a lot better. His name is Deadpool, and he has personality. He's got backstory. He's got all that type of stuff. But it's a damn shame because the kid Billy Batson is a pretty. They're all good performances. Don't get me wrong, but Billy Batson has some pretty cool emotional moments that I do enjoy. He's got a backstory that is actually pretty damn good, and I like that. And it's just when he becomes Shazam, he's a totally different character, and I find it weird that he, as Billy Batson, really doesn't have quite the charm as Shazam. And then when he becomes a superhero, he becomes a fucking comedian. It's just like, whoa. To be honest, there's quite a shift in tone when it's Billy Batson and Shazam. That's just the way I feel. I kind of feel like it's a little clashing to me. But it's fun enough to enjoy for the most part. I just thought it was just okay. Because a lot of times, also especially near the end, people started clapping and stuff, and I didn't think it deserves clapping at all because I couldn't care for a lot of the characters. There's this foster home full of people that Billy Batson is with, and those characters I just couldn't hold on to. There was no kind of emotional attachment to him other than Billy Batson and his friend. Other than those characters, I didn't really care for much. And so when stuff happens, I couldn't applaud like other people that did. The best part about this movie is that it is funny. It's very funny. There's a lot of parts that make me laugh like crazy. I thought it was really damn. It's a better comedy than it is a superhero movie. And that's kind of just how it works. I think if you want to watch it to get some laughs, you could watch and enjoy it for sure. But if you want something a bit more like like a superhero movie, like maybe a Spider-Man Homecoming that is funny but also just has more character, I don't think you're gonna get that for the most part. And especially the ending, I start to feel like I'm watching Goosebumps. There's some bad CG moments. Some, like, too CG where it's just like, what the fuck's even going on in this movie anymore? And that's just kind of how I felt. Final battle really isn't that great. And other than that, like I said, that was okay. Overall, I'm going to give Shazam a 6.5 out of 10. It was an okay movie, you know. It's got some charm, but it's got some flaws that I just can't look over. And, like, it's just also just not that entertaining, honestly. You know, it's funny, but there's not more than that. It's just funny with some decent backstory from Billy Batson. Other than that, not much else. What do you think of the movie? I'm sure you loved it. A lot more other people liked it, way more than me, and that's perfectly fine. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. But for me, I just didn't care for it as much. Also, man, this review should have been up like 2 weeks ago. I saw this movie 2 weeks before it came out. Oh well, that's just me. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next time. If you want to listen to some of my music, you should check it out in the link description below. Check it out. All right, bye.
Some of your daughters get rich, get handed pussy like it's a form of payment. Perform on the Grammy stage and they ban me for ranting on how Ariana makes my dick grinding. Spit some lots of heat over a takey beat. Start a beef with another MC over a fucking tweet. But I guess for now I'll just be that guy from New Jersey. Yeah, I'm slaving away, I'm craving to say any fucking